Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Digital Success Talk. So, today we're going to be talking about a topic. So, today's topic is how do I deal with family rejection of my business? Okay. So, first, let's start with introducing each one of us. So, I'll start with me. So, hi, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama. I work in the movie industry and I live in Surrey, BC, Canada. Sorry. And I work in the movie industry, and I'm a digital business owner. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live in Ontario, Canada. I'm from Cuba and I form part of this online business. So, yeah, I have my own business.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel Vargas. I'm originally from Mexico. I live in North Carolina, USA. I'm married. I have three children. I work for the school system as a teacher assistant, and I also form part of this amazing community of the online business.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Isabel. Okay, so let's start with the first the topic. So today's topic is how do I deal with family rejection of my business? So the first point, communication. So I think once we decided to go, and do the business, right? Our family is the first one. Family and friends are usually the first ones to know about this. So I think we gotta have like an open and honest communication with them to tell them, like what we're planning to do, and the reasons behind why we're doing that, so they can understand better why we are doing this. Um, so one of the things that like when you start the business, you have to be passionate about what you're gonna be doing. So you gotta show that passion to your family, and to your friends, um, to understand. So clear communication with them is very important to be able to transmit that the concern that they might have, because of the new venture that you're doing, because they see it as not being stable.
So, yeah, family rejection can be really burden for someone when they start a business. And that's what we're talking today. And we're going to start with communication. So, when we say communication, we're talking about sit with your loved ones or the person that you live in your family. Say, hey, I want to. I'm looking at this. I want to start this business, and I may going to need support. Doesn't matter what kind of support you need, but it's good to have that communication. You have to be open, and you have to have show them your reasons. Because you may going to need that support. If you have that open communication with your family, they can support you. That can be your kids, your spouse. You don't want to be afraid, like doing something and be afraid that you will be I don't know, they will catch you on doing something, or if it's something go wrong with your business, that's you want to have that support. Or if it's something go really good, you want to like um share. You want to share your journey with your family, So a communication is good with your kids, your family, your support ones, your loved one. It's always good to have an open communication. So you want to explain them what are you doing and what do you expect them to do, like, because when you open a business, you're going to need to spend time to this business. You have to give them time, you have to give them I don't know, part of your time. So they have to make sure they are not expecting you to be for them 24 hours. You want to make sure that you're setting yourself to succeed in any kind of business and more online. That's what we're talking about. So communication is really good.
Yeah, communication is very important because especially if you have a large family and where you have children, because they have to understand that at certain times you're going to be busy doing something else, and they need to give you sorry they need to give you time, to do your business, to run your business, to do your meetings, to do your lives, whatever. So But at the beginning of the business, it's important to let your family know and your friends, because you're not going to be with them as much. You're not going to be able to do all the things that you were doing before. Um, because when you have a business, your business is going to take a lot of your time, to do planning, just to be doing the things that needs to be done to run your business. And so your family needs to know, and they need to you need to have an understanding with them, clear communication, because what if you already have a meeting scheduled, and they need you at whatever time, and they're going to be calling you, and you're not going to be there with them for them. And so that can start, miscommunication, because you didn't tell them at the beginning that you were taking on a business that you were not going to be available as much anymore. So I think it's important, because then you'll have their support. They're going to be there with you. They're going to understand that, yes, you're going to have times that you're not going to be available for them. But then again, once you communicate with them and let them know that, okay, I need 2 hours. Okay, these 2 hours, I'm not going to be there for you, and they're going to understand you. They're going to be there for you. So that's why it's important to communicate with the family about the journey that you start when you do a business.
Yeah. Okay, so the next point is support. So this one is very important when it comes, like explaining to them, like sometimes we're looking for the support of the family, like Jesse and Isabel was mentioning. Um, but well, in some cases, like usually we don't have that support from our family or our friends. So then we need to look for support elsewhere. So
Mm-hmm.
we are lucky, sorry, lucky. We're lucky in this community, that we are in this business, because we have an amazing community, and you get that support that sometimes you don't get with your family. So the good thing that about this community is because, like we all have the same mind, we all have uh, a goal that we want to meet, so we all work on towards that. So we all help each other, like motivating, pushing, like when we feel down, like one person and like the friends around you, they support you so you can go back and continue your goal that you want. So support is very important. um, but unfortunately, not always we are so lucky to have that support from our family and friends.
So yeah, supporting our community can be achieved or can be shown in different ways. For example, when I start my business, I say, "Oh my gosh, I love this business." So I communicate with my husband. I say, "Hey, and I like this idea. I want to give it a try. I think this can change or completely life." And I say, "Yes, I will do it." And he say, "Okay." He understood. But on the support part, he was like, like, I think we'll get like a little bit more. I don't know about you guys, but when as the beginning, I had never have a business. I had never was in that situation, so you don't understand quite well what is all about, like having a completely a legit legal business. So sometimes that support is like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. What should I save?" Like you don't get that support too much, because unless you are surrounded by people that actually are on that industry. And that's what I like about this business. You get that community that show you anything that you need, like, "Oh, okay, you need support, you need help, okay, let me show you what I did, and it worked for me, may work for you, or let me show you my blueprints." And it's just that support that maybe you don't have it for your family, because maybe for where you're coming from, there's not like a business related, or you had never done this, because there's a lot of people out there around the world that had never have a business, though, or they even don't know how to start a business, and more online. So when you don't have that knowledge, you're going to need all the support that you need. And that's what the good thing that we're implementing. We're doing our roots on this business. We're trying to support each other so we can be all like this and we all can grow out together. So support is always good for any kind of system, any kind of support. So because they provide you a little bit of encouragement, they provide you with oh, you can do it. I don't know, sometimes you just wake up and you need someone telling you, I trust you, you can do this. It's a bad day, but it's all good. So uh, support is always good. We always looking for that validation, like that mentorship, that friendship. Or doesn't like it can be on your business or even on your life. We're always looking for that. It's just make you to feel accomplishment. So I think when you get strong support and on this business and more online, it's really good. We will help you to guide you to achieve your goals. So support is something that we're all looking for. So don't be discouraged. Discouraged.
Discouraged, discouraged.
Discouraged.
Discouraged. Don't be discouraged if you don't get that support right away from your family. It's okay, but we will show you that support in our community. We always welcome you with open arms, and we try to help you the most that we can. So
Yeah. I mean, I already told you guys my story about when I started my business. I did it without having my husband's agreement because he was very skeptical and he didn't want me to do it because he didn't think it was legit. He didn't think it was a good business for me to start. So I started my business without his agreement. But once I told him that I invested in the business, he was very supportive and he's been supportive the whole time. And he's always, motivated me to keep going and to keep trying different things. And, I have people from the community who I go to for support and who have helped me learn a lot about the business. And I'll be on meetings or I'll be, just on Zooms a lot with the community members, just learning and talking about the business. And he has never, said anything about it. He's always asking, so what did you learn today, or how did it go today? He's very supportive, and my kids are the same way. Well, my son, the one that lives with me, because the other two are no longer with me. One is in college, and the other one, she's already on her own. She's married. So they're not here as much to see all the things that I do day to day. And when they're here, that they'll be asking like, oh, you have another meeting? Like, they don't understand. They think that I'm wasting, in a way, a lot of time. But my son, the one that's here with me every day, he's like, so do you have a meeting today? Because he wants to plan his day around my day. And so we work together like that. But support just from the family and the people around you is very important, because you want to have somebody that is going to work with you and is going to kind of, in a way, lead the way and show you what needs to be done. And you need somebody that you can collaborate with and learn more about the business. But at the same time, you need your family support, because that's the people that you live with every day. That's the people that you want to have on your side, and you want to have their support, their love, and their understanding in this business, because at the end of the day, you're doing this for your family. So I feel like this is the most important part about support, is your family's buy-in. And you need to be the leader in this. You need to show them that you're doing this business to change not just your life, but all their lives as well. But you want to do it with a good, positive attitude. You don't want to be mad at them every time they're asking questions. You want to answer them the best way, and you want them to see that this is helping you in a way that is making you happy, that is making you grow as an individual. So that's what I think about support, is your family, but also the community support in something that you have passion for, that you really enjoy doing, and that you want to keep doing.
So the next point is understanding. Sorry. Um, so understanding. So this one is very important when it comes, like family rejections, because we, sorry, we got to understand, like our family points of view, or like our friends' points of view, because, like they are concerned for our well-being, right? They see this, like as a new business venture, like uncertain, like they don't know, like if it's you're gonna be able to succeed. um Sometimes, like um unfortunately, sometimes they don't see you as someone to do, like you were saying, Jesse, like I never done a business before, like so venture into something like that, like they see it very risky,
Mhm.
like you're like throwing out there your life, in something that is uncertain. So they're very concerned. They have fears, like you might not, that you might fail, or they, like you might not have enough financial security, for the future, and that kind of stuff, So it's important to understand their point of view, and at the same time, give going back to the communication, talk to them calmly and try to explain to them, so they understand, like where you're coming from, that like um on this business that we're doing, for example, like we have that support, everything is established for us, so they shouldn't have that fear, because like it's there for us, like we just have to put our time and our efforts to do like the training, and and do our part, like in the business. But um yeah, it's I think the understanding has to come from both parties, but because they fear for us, like we have to understand them, and we just have to make them, reassuring that it's going to be okay. It's not gonna be, like from tomorrow, like you're gonna be okay, but it's gonna take some time, but eventually, like it will be good for everyone. So
So yeah, when I look at understanding, I'm thinking about um, listening. Like you want to actively listen what they're saying to you. Because they're afraid. They're afraid as you are on this business. They can. They have their each person had their own bias on life, but you want to make sure they're showing the person, your family members, on this case that we're talking today, um, that you are listening to their concerns. They may be angry. No, I will not say angry. They will be, I would say, concerned fairly about this new adventure. When I say this is because they maybe see something that you don't see. Maybe they see, oh, I don't. We as a family had never opened a business. We never grew up thinking that the something that we can achieve is have our own business. So sometimes it's just the mentality part, but when you're listening them, you're understanding what they're saying, you can look at yourself saying, okay, is this for me? Like let me show my family, like sit down to them when I'm having this conversation to them, uh, what this business can do for me and can do for us. Because when you understanding, when you're listening to them, you can engage in that conversation. Maybe they will give you ideas. Oh, we should do it this way. What about you should run your business, I don't know, not on the weekends. I don't know, just for example, like because on the weekends we have family time, or we're doing this. It's just understanding where is that fear coming from, because you want to make sure you have that stability. You want to get them involved as a family, because it can be unfair, unfamiliar, for anyone, and more you. So that's what, when I say understanding, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, you want to listen to them first to see, because maybe those same fears that they have, you have it. And if they're showing you this, you may will encounter these fears on your journey as a business owner. So you want to be um aware, you want to know, like, because these are the people that you're relating every day, you know, your family, so that they know how you react sometimes, what, how you believe. But most important, just if you believe in something, go for it. But it's good to see what other people around you think, so understanding their point of view, but without completely um um taking away your perspective or your mentality or your goal.
Yeah, I understand and I agree with you guys on this one. The family's understanding is important, but sometimes at the beginning, it can be difficult to get their understanding because, especially, I know that I had fear for myself when I started the business because it was an online business and I didn't know what I was getting myself into, honestly, because I didn't know a lot about online, period. Just knowing all the stuff, the platforms, you had to create content, you had to know about computers and all that. I was afraid myself. And I think I transmitted that to them a little bit. And so it was hard. The beginning was really hard for all of us because I was frustrated and they saw me unhappy and they didn't think I could do it because every day I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't understand what I have to do here. And I guess they didn't think that I was gonna get the hang of it. So getting their understanding was hard at the beginning for me just because I didn't know a lot about, I'm not tech savvy, so I didn't know a lot of how to handle everything that I had to do. But the family's understanding is important. But then again, it's your responsibility to show them and to tell them how you're doing and how things are going. And you have to give them that
Reassurance.
yes, that reassurance, that you are going to be able to do it and that you're doing good and that you're happy and that you're doing something that is going to impact your life positively. It's not going to be
Yeah.
something bad. So it's just it's a learning curve for everyone, I think, at the beginning. But once you start getting the hang of it, once you're done with your training, once you set everything, the day to day is easy for them to understand because you can tell them ahead of time, okay, this day I have a meeting, this day I have a live, or this day I'm going to be busy, or like give me 30 minutes and I'll be done. So I think it's easier as the time goes by, but the beginning, like I said, just it was a little frustrating for us, for my family, because I wasn't getting the hang of it at the beginning. So, but the understanding it is very, very important because it makes you feel at ease. Like it gives you that peace that you know that they're with you on this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true. Like understanding is very important for both parties, So for us
Yes.
to give them the reassurance and for us, like to having, uh, like the support that like they understand why we're doing it, and to believe in us.
Yes.
Okay, so the next point is boundaries. So this one we touched a little bit in the past when we had like moms coming in, like how they set up boundaries, so they make sure they have time for their business, they have time to do their job, and they have time to their family. And also, we also need our me time, like our us time, because it's important to have a balance on everything. You cannot I had the word before. I'll try to find it. Like neglect. Yeah, that's the word. You cannot neglect your family. okay? Because your family is very important. I mean, you are doing this for them, so you
Mhm.
have to allocate some time to that, time to them. But at the same time, you have to sit down with your family and say, look, I'm doing this business because it's for the family. We want to be able to have more time so we can spend together, do more things together, be more stable financially. So I need your cooperation. I need you guys support me. So when I'm doing my business, when it's time for me to do my business, just give me that time to work on my business. When I have time for you guys, and I'll be 100% focused on you guys. And like, then when you have to go to work and all that, but you also need your me time, because it's not fair for us either, like, to give in, like, allocate time for work, allocate time for family, allocate time for the business. We also need to recharge our energy. So we need that me time for us, like, either, like, 1, 2, or 3 hours, to be on quiet, or like, do an activity with a friend, just to take our mind out of the all the other stuff, and just become fresh. It's kind of like recharging yourself again, and keep going. So setting boundaries to allocate time for each one of these things is very important to be able to succeed on our business, to be able to have that um, relationship with our family, mainly, right? And then, for the work and the business.
So yeah, setting boundaries can be really hard and tough, because but we just have to make sure, like when we're setting our boundaries, we're focusing on what we're doing. We're focusing when like we're working more in what we want to accomplish. So that's that's the good part when you set boundaries. But when we're talking, I think what I'm referring when I say setting boundaries in on your with your family rejection, because each they cannot agree with your business, and that's okay. That's their point of view. It's different. It's okay to have different points of view, but it's just focus on also too on your this is your business decision. You made this business, and you just have to you want to make it clear. I'm doing a business online, and I'm going to be Tuesdays, and just to make an example, Tuesdays and Friday from 5 to 6, I will be taking time to my business, or every hour every day around an hour, half an hour, I'm going to do this for my business too. So you're setting those boundaries. Why are we doing this? We all have busy life, and sometimes setting boundaries can be hard because, like, I don't know, I work, I have to come home, I have to do the things at home, but at the same time I have to do my business, because one of the goals I start this business is to have more time for myself. So it's just set your band, don't forget your goals. uh but for that reason you had to make sure you're like more focused on the tasks that you're doing. So when you're doing this, make sure their opinion matters, like they have their own perspective, as I said before, their own point of view, but that doesn't going to impede your journey, because remember, it's a business, so you have to separate your personal life with your professional life. Like you're doing it's a real business. It's a legit business that you pay taxes. It's something serious, so you have to take it serious too. So the same thing that you um spend your time or your effort to someone else's business, or your 9 to 5 job. So you don't have your phone all the time when you're at work, or you are not chatting with your family all the time when you're at work. So you have to set up boundaries too when you're working on your own business, when you're working for yourself. So make sure you always understand their point of view, but also setting your personal and professional life. Have your two separately, because you're doing this business for you. So can be a little bit of conflict at the time, but you make the decision to have a business. So business sounds serious, so just make sure you're setting your boundaries when you're doing it. You want to succeed, you want to um, create this path for you and your family. So make time for it too.
Yes, Jesse, that's important because setting boundaries, it's something that they should know that you're doing because you want to have this business, you want to be successful in the business. Like they cannot expect for you to just drop everything you're doing in your business whenever they want because something came up. You're running this business is just like any other business. A traditional business, you have your hours set. You're going to open from 8 to 5 p.m. Well, when you're doing your online business, you have to be very clear with your family, as what we talked about earlier, letting them know the hours that you're going to be working in your business so that they have respect for those hours that you're going to be working on your business. We don't do it all day. We do it just a couple hours a day. So they need to be mindful of that. Okay, these 2 hours I cannot bother them because that they're doing something for their business. And setting boundaries is very important because it shows that you're putting your business as something important, and they know that they're going to have the respect for that because they know that you're taking it serious, because they know that it's not just uh, a what do you call it, a hobby. It's not a hobby. It's a serious business that you're taking care of. So they need to give you that time to do it. And just knowing that you have the time to run your business, it gives you a clear vision, and you don't have to be worried about, oh my God, they're waiting for me, or they're going to be mad, or they're whatever. So just setting boundaries and letting them know ahead of time the time that you need to run your business is important, because they're going to leave you alone so that you can focus and think about the things that you need to be doing in your business and not worrying about other stuff. So the kids, it's hard when you have kids, but when you have younger kids, thankfully mine are grown now. My youngest is 14, so I don't have to worry as much about kids running over here and crying or things like that. It's harder when you have smaller kids to keep those boundaries and to have that time, but it's also possible. I mean, you can do it. You just have to learn how to do it and the hours that you're going to have to do it. When you have younger kids, it may mean that you do it when they go to sleep, when they take their nap, when they go to school or whatever. But you can do it as long as this is really the thing that you want to do. So, yes, boundaries are important for everyone in the family, not just for kids, but setting boundaries and clear expectations is something that everyone needs to run this business.
Yeah. Okay, so the next point is resilience. So this one is very important, especially like with family rejection of my business, um, because many times like they they don't accept the what we're doing. Like they're very resistant to that, um, and like sometimes like I know like some families in the like some people in the community, like other business owners that um their family doesn't really like what they're doing, so they're like really so you gotta in those cases you gotta have like a strong mindset, like be resilient in a way that like even though like you will get rejection from other people, like sometimes you will get rejection from your friends too, because like they think what you're doing is a scam. Most of the time they also think, oh no, what you're doing is a scam. um you if you have a strong mindset, like you will listen what they're saying, but you will not get that into you, because you need to be focused on why you decided to do this business, like reach to your goals. And at the same time, like you gotta be strong. You gotta be, think always thinking positive. Like you don't want them to because of their the negative feelings that they are expressing. You don't want that to get to you, so you will feel down. And like you're not able to like proceed because like you have a strong mindset. You need to have a strong mindset to be able to overcome those comments, negative comments that might come towards you. Even sometimes like when you talk to someone in the business, like and they don't like what you're doing, or they say, oh, it's a scam. um it hurts at the beginning. Like I would say, like when I started, like kind of hurts, but like I keep pushing because that's what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to make a change in my life. So um but after a while, like I don't we talk in the past, the no the numbers of no's that you get, it doesn't bother me anymore. When someone say like, oh, sometimes they don't say directly that it's a scam, but you can say on their look when you talk to them and the way they talk, that's what they believe. But I'm okay, like I'm okay, with what they think. I mean, it's that their belief, but it doesn't bother me anymore. But it used to bother me at the beginning when I started the business, and it was something that I started to work on. And when I saw that, the no's that, like the no's for the rejections, and I started to look at the other way. Yeah, it really helps, like accepting, like as much as you get the negative, like you become more resilient and you say, okay, it doesn't hurt me anymore like you used to. You're stronger. So
You
yeah,
know,
sorry, go ahead.
sorry, Sandy. When I was, I think, just a couple of months into the business, somebody that I really care a lot about, I was very happy talking to everyone about, oh, I started this business, blah, 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 and this person, I didn't expect their reaction because they had always been very nice, very understanding, and very loving and caring. And when I told them, they're like, don't talk to me, because they asked me what it was, and I told them, and they're like, well, don't talk to me because I don't think that business is legit. That cannot be in God's plan, because um how are you going to be working online, telling people about something that they don't even know about? And that person really they made me feel like, honestly, like trash, like, oh my God, what have I done, or what have I said that this person has reacted that way? And it hurt me a lot at the beginning, like you said, because the way that they said it, like I was scamming people when I'm not. I'm very honest, and I always tell people the information that they need to know. And this business is something that you decide to do. I'll give you the information that we have. We're doing affiliated marketing, and you make the decision at the end if you want to join or not. I'm not making you join, so I know that I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'm not scamming or stealing anybody's money. But that person made me feel like I was doing something wrong at the time. And it honestly took me a couple of days to get over that, because it hurt me a lot, the way that they said it and the way that they made me feel. But at the end, I was thinking and reflecting on everything, and I was like, well, I know why I started this business. I know why I decided to join in, and I'm not going to let anybody come tell me something different when I know for a fact that I'm not doing anything wrong. you know so as long as I feel, I know that I'm at peace, and that I'm doing the right thing, and that I'm giving people the right information, it doesn't really bother me what people think of me anymore, because I know what I'm doing, and I know why I'm doing it. That's more important than anything else. So resilience is very important. It's key in this business, because you're gonna come across all this negative feedback, all these negative opinions, and all these negative people that are going to try to tell you that you're doing something wrong. when you know that you're not. I mean, as long as you're an honest person and you're telling people the right thing, then that's all you have to do. You know, there's nothing to hide. They can do their own research and they can decide, you know, it's their decision to take part in the business. So that's what happened to me.
So rejection can be tough,
Mhm.
and it's hard to find the resilience, that key for resilience. And it take a long time, or take to have thick skin, to accept and to move forward. But I always say stay positive and focus about, maintain your confidence, keep believing in your vision, and where you're focused, and what are you doing this for, what are your goals. um like, I and the most important thing, I think I always say this in each life that we have so far: celebrate your small wins. When you celebrate those small wins, that give you your confidence, like you keep focused, you keep positive, and they can tell you, they can say and be hard and get that many notes that you get out there, but you believe in what you're doing. You know what you're doing for a reason. And you just keep your journey, because each person, each journey is different. When we talk about resilience too, can be also when we say it, each of us have our own way, our own path. So some people can achieve their goals in 3 months, 6 months, 5 years. So if it take you the slow pace, or is this the slow way, I don't know how you say that, this slow
Journey.
journey, is okay. Keep believing yourself, and just don't settle for those setback. Just keep believing in what you're doing, keep confidence, and just believe in your vision and your goals. And you will see that eventually you will get that support. You will get that opportunity of for growth. So resilience is something that I think that get you get when you start putting out yourself out there. But always you will have no's, as Sandy said before that we're talking about this. You will get different opinions, and that's okay. Just maintain your confidence and celebrate your wins. So it doesn't matter how big or small they are. That will keep you positive and focused, and keep yourself up. That's how we make resilience. you know so yeah, that's what I have to say about that topic. It's hard one, it's a hard one to say. Because
Yeah.
it's hard, but we
Yeah.
are all there. We are on that pathway, and that's what we have each other. That's what we support each other. And just think that you're doing this for your family, and your family, it doesn't matter what their opinion or the dislike. Just think positive and believe in yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is persistence, which is kind of related to resilience, in a
Mhm.
way. Um, because like we mentioned, like for example, the example of the nose, if we look at that, when we get our first no, it hurts so much, because you were expecting a yes. Um, but then as you keep asking people, right, and you keep getting no's and no's and no's, it become so repetitive that you get used to getting no's. So for you, getting the no's, it becomes like, okay, that's a normal. That okay, fine. Next, who's next? Let's ask the next person. So it doesn't hurt you anymore. So being persistent and not letting yourself give up just because you got a first no is very important in this business. Because you gotta keep going no matter what comes towards you. You gotta face it, overcome, and keep going. That's part of the persistence in life and persistence in business. Like you gotta have that strong mind to keep pushing forward no matter what comes to you, no matter what it makes you down. And yes, we are not like robots with no feelings. Of course we do have feelings, and sometimes, we we feel bad. I mean, like, for example, I give you an example, like I was doing my setting up my first YouTube ad, and then, like I was so excited, like, oh, I'm gonna start advertising, and then suddenly, I get flagged by YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm just starting and I just get flagged, and then am I gonna get my account is gonna get like completely flagged? So, like I had a friend. So, this is where the community, like support is amazing, So my friend gave me, that emotional support. So then I started to doing research, like around the community and asking around, and then looking on YouTube and looking all like the stuff that YouTube told me, that, why the reason why I got flagged, and then I figure out then, like what was the reason. And then I started to figure out, okay, how can I make it go away, that flag, and then fix it, So that's part of the persistence, Um, like I say, the support of the community is very important many times, because they are there to help you when you're feeling down. But then at the end of the day, like you gotta be coming persistence. I like an example of yesterday. I was going through LinkedIn, and then there was a post where they have like a pencil. Okay. So the pencil was fine at the beginning. So when everything goes fine, everyone is good, right? But then on the second example, they had the pencil um, broken on two pieces. So most of the time, when people see broken to the two pieces, like that's it, next,
That's
right?
what it
They
is.
don't see further, right? But then on the third example of the two pieces that were broken, they they make, I don't know how to say that, the egg is, like they make it, like so you can write on the little piece, and then the other two pieces they make it right like on that end and on this end. So that's giving you the possibilities that like you gotta see outside of the box, but many times we stay just either on the first one or the second one, so be persistent is one of the things, like thinking out of the box, and don't stay in just there, like keep going. Okay, if this didn't work, move forward, find other ways to do it, so that's what I would say about persistence.
So yeah, stay persistent. It's just is as I say before, and I think on the it's just keep working toward your goals. Keep determined, and have that perseverance.
Perseverance.
Yeah, well, the resilience that we talked before about. Let's say that keep keep working on your goals. Doesn't matter if you get the support or no. Just focus on your goals, and it will become. It will progress in what you're looking for. So just be patient. And continue the show, continue your journey, and just show up to your actions, and I would say, like, when you do it persistent, you're consistent, you have that mentality already, you already see what this business can do for you, so why stop it now? So you just keep your goal.
Yeah, you have to be persistent in this business because you get so much rejection and you get so many people trying to shut you down. That there's a lot of people that just think that you either not capable, that you're not going to be persistent enough to do it, and there's people that don't think that you're made for this. And they are not shy about telling you the reasons why they don't think you can do it, but you're the only one. You know yourself better than anybody else, and you know what you're capable of. But you have to be persistent, and you have to show up every day, and you have to learn something new every day. You have to keep going. Don't let anybody stop you. Yes, there's bad days. There's days that where you're gonna feel down. There's days that you're gonna be like, okay, what do I do today? There's days that you don't feel like doing anything, honestly, but you got to remember the reason why. Why did you start this business? What were you trying to accomplish? What did you see in this business? Because you have to see something to say yes and to invest in it, you know? And so you have to remind yourself every day, okay, this is why I want to keep doing it. This is going to work for me. It may not be overnight, but it will with time. You just got to keep working at it. And and you have to let those days or those bad comments, those negative comments, go by, and you have to persist every day, keep going, because that's how it works. All these people that are successful, these people that have uh, things with name brands that you think about, that's how they started. They were not successful at the beginning. Things were not easy for them, but they didn't stop. They didn't give up. They kept going. And so that's what we have to do in this business as well. Just be persistent and stay motivated. Find somebody that you can work with, that you can collaborate with, and hold each other accountable and keep going.
Yeah. Okay, so the next point is acceptance. So yeah, so it's kind of like related to what we have been talking, like you won't get the acceptance from everybody. There's gonna be people that will accept what you're doing, like they will say, oh, that's great, it's a that's great that you're doing that, and then they push you, towards that. But there's other people that they might see it, okay, it might work, it might not work, so it's kind of like 50-50. So they're not really like, yeah, they believe a little bit, but at the same time, they're still a little bit skeptical about it, like because they don't understand how the business works. And then you get the other type of person that is completely like, okay, no, this is a scam. Shouldn't join that, because they're gonna scam you. And so you gotta like understand each one of them, but don't let them to stop you from what like your goals, for going through what you want to do in this business. I mean, if you join this business because you did all your research, like you saw all the results inside the business, that people are having, so it's legitimate, it's working, like, yes, it's gonna take time, it's not gonna happen overnight, but that. So even though you're getting all this perception from all the other people of what you're doing, and they don't really accept completely 100% what you're doing, you don't need to let that get to you. You gotta keep forward. You gotta, okay, I understand what you're saying, but this is what I want to do. I want to keep going forward because I have a goal, and my goal is this, so I'm gonna working towards that goal. It's not gonna take me overnight, but I'm working towards that because I know I'm gonna get there. So yeah, so you gotta be strong, to accept, like what they're saying, but at the same time, like keep going forward,
So also like acceptance is like, accept what are we doing here. Accept that we're working online. Accept that this entrepreneurship path is an online business. And accept you're doing affiliate market. Accept that you're working with people, and and work from there. So when we talk about sentence, just show, like, putting a paper, say this is what I do, and just do it, so that's what I think in a sentence, no. But not everyone will support you, of course, and that's okay. Like, like, this is your path, this is what you choose for, and let's the people that believe in you and your goals, um don't stress about it. Focus on your goals and the things that you can control, and just work on your mindset, because for succeed on these days, and you have to make sure that you understand them. And if you don't understand them, at least you want to start getting um, have an idea like what is all these new ways of earning money online, all these new way to succeed, all these new ways of uh, be able to accomplish your financial goals. And why not, if you can create your own business and have the background that we are offering you guys, like we have one of our affiliated company they were working up. It's being over for over 40 years. So it's I don't know, do your research. But I said that this is you now, and I said that you own a business, and I said that, and things it will become easier for you. So yeah, we're all here. We're all power. That we're all own our own business, and we'll never think about that before. Like 4 years ago, I know I was just thinking about go to school, get a degree, work your 9 to 5 work. But now you can. It's a path. Accept that you can do it. So yeah, accept that.
So we have to learn this, we have to accept that not everyone is going to support you, and not everyone is going to like the things that you're doing. And that's okay, because you cannot control what others think or what others believe that you should be doing. But you have to accept that you decided to do something, and that you have to work on it, accepting that this journey that you took, it's gonna take time, and it's gonna take a lot of up and downs, but that's what you decided to do. Like I said, just remember why you started, and accept it and embrace it. You have to embrace it as well, that this is not an easy path that you have chosen, but you decided to take it for a reason, and you can make it work. You can make it work as long as you're dedicated and as long as you stay persistent on it. So just worrying about things you cannot control, worrying about what other people think, and the things that you don't have control over, it's not going to help you, and it's going to take reduce your energy to keep working on your business. So don't worry about those things. There's nothing you can do, because you cannot control that. You cannot control what others think or say or do, but you have control over yourself. You have control about what you think. Take care of your mind. Keep working on your mindset, and keep working on the things that you want to see accomplished, because you already have a vision of where you're going. You just get in there. You just have to stay steady and keep going to make it come alive, because it will, as long as you stay persistent.
Yeah. Okay, so the next point is independence. So this one, yeah. So we need to show independence to our family. So by starting our business, like it shows that we are independent because we are doing this by ourselves. Uh, we are lucky. Like we are in this business. Like you're not by yourself. Like you have the community support that is there. We have the training that is an amazing. So it's able you to do your business, and setting up your business by yourself. Um, so it shows, like you're taking charge of your life. You're making decisions, like deciding, okay, what name I'm gonna give my business. What is my mission for my business. What message do I want to show on my business page, like, so what people do I want to attract, so those are a lot of decisions that as a business owner you have to take. And so independence on doing that by yourself, it shows how independent you are to your family, so they start seeing you. I mean, your family will start seeing you grow, like from when you started the business to where you are at the moment that they see you. They will see the difference. You're not the same person as you were like few couple of months ago. Because as you are doing your business, you start growing as a person, you start having a different type of mentality. So by showing this to your family, they will start to understand and have more respect to what you are doing, you know, on your business. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, technology. So I would say that when you do independence, you are showing responsibility. You know, when you're independent, like you're showing, I don't know, it's a hard topic, you know, but you're embracing that independence, and you're taking decision yourself. You're taking the, I don't know, la rienda del caballo. I don't know how you say that. You're taking
I don't know, the handles of the horse. I
the
don't know.
handles of oh my gosh, my Spanish English. Anyways, so just you, when you show, it's just showing to your family that you can, like, you can do it as well, you know. We all looking, we talked before like minutes ago, we're talking about support, about the support of the family, and you know, but now is our way, like when you're doing independence, you're showing your family, yes, I choose this business and this is how I do it, this is how I run it. You're showing that you can do it as well, you can do it yourself, you know. So you're showing that responsibility, you know, you're showing that challenge that came with the business by itself. So that's a way to show independence to your family, I would say. What do you think, Isabel?
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you because when you start a business, you're the owner. You're the one who decides how you run it, and you're independent. I mean, you have to know how to do it. And you're learning along the way. So things that were doing at the beginning, you have made them better. Now that you know better ways to do it. And yes, a lot of people that maybe doubted you at the beginning, your own family, that they didn't think you could do it, they have seen how much you have grown because you don't express yourself the same way. You're not the same person that started the business because now you have more security. You have more how do you say it? You have learned so much that now you express your way a different way, and you're not afraid to say the things that you think because you know that you have learned so much and you know what you're doing. You know how to take care of your business. And a lot of people think that this may be a waste of time, running a business, and they don't see the online business as something responsible. They don't see it as something that is going to give you anything in return because they don't see it physically. You just tell them, okay, I'm running an online business, and all they see you do is work on a computer, but they don't see that you're gaining anything. But with time, you'll be able to show them that. You'll be able to show them how much you have learned, how much you have changed, and how much you're making out of this business. So you just have to stay on it, keep working on it and keep showing them that you're the responsible person that you told them you were, and that you were going to make this work. And like I said, you will, as long as you keep working on it. But
So
it's
yeah.
it's it's important to know, that you can make it work, because how many years do you work for somebody else, and you show up every day? I know people that never miss a day of work, but what did they gain besides just a paycheck? So for your business, you show up every day and you keep working and you keep learning and you keep improving, but you're making something of your own, something that you own, something that is going to be yours, something that you can decide what to change, how you do it, and all that. And yes, it's going to take time, but at the end, it's yours. It's something that is completely yours, that you decide what to do with it, and you don't have to worry about they didn't want it done that way, or they didn't want you to do this, they didn't want you to do that, because you decide what you want to do with it. So um, some people don't mind investing 5, 10, 15, 20 years for somebody else, but they don't want to invest, you know,
Half an hour.
a couple of years to start something of their own. Something that, yes, is not going to take off at the beginning, but you'll see it grow over time.
Talking about that now, the example that you make, like people that work until retiring, how much have they made? And some people, they make fun of people who start their business, which, they have a return like in 5 years, for
Hmm.
example, and they make more than what they have. People have worked until, like 67 years of,
Exactly.
like old, um so yeah, so it's just funny, like they don't see the possibilities that they have, like, yes, it doesn't happen overnight, but like with being consistent, doing your work, in 5, let's say 7, 8 years, but in max, but some people have made it in less than that, you will see like a huge return, something that not even, when you retire you will have. So,
Yeah.
and you're not even finished. I mean, that's just 7 years that we're counting, but I mean, we have to wait until, the by the age we retire, it's going to be even more. So, to be financially free will be, like, it will be great, we're going to have that income. But yeah.
You always
Yeah,
get that residual income, so it's something that is not, I get, just to say a number, just don't quote me on that, like you get like $10,000 and you say, oh my gosh, that's it. No, it's something that you work on it, something that you get over time. So like, it also, I would say, work on the mindset too, so yeah,
the problem here is people don't think they have the skills to make this work because they see it difficult because they don't see themselves um, being in front of the camera or whatever, but they didn't have the skill that they needed to do their jobs, but yet they developed that skill over time, so it's the same way here. You may not have what it takes to start it, but
but
our
learn.
training is so good, and step by step, it shows you everything on how to do this business, that yes, you're not going to know everything at the beginning, and that's okay. None of us knew how to run a business at the beginning, but here we are, and every day we're learning something new. It's the same way, it's life itself. When you're a kid, you don't know how to do many things, but you're learning along the way. So it's the same thing in this business. You're not going to know, but you're going to learn, and we're going to give you all the tools that you need to run this business. You're going to get them. You're going to get the training. You're going to get the mentoring. You're going to get everything. So yes, it's not that you already have to bring the package with you. You don't have to know everything. We're going to give you everything so that you can be successful. Like I just said it, when you started your career, when you started your job, you didn't have the skills that you needed to make it work, but then you learned them. It took you time. You didn't learn within a day. Every day you're learning something new. It's the same way here, but the advantage in this is that this is something of your own, something that you own, something that you can decide when you want to run it, something that you decide where you want to run it from. So it's very different, owning your own business and working for somebody else, because as long as you work for somebody else, you're going to be under their schedule, under their guidelines, under their policy. This is yours, and you decide how to do it.
And you own a business, like that's the most important thing. You is and it's online. You don't have to worry about like what we offer. You don't have to worry about um having a place where to storage all equipments or something like that, or worry about selling food or something that you need, like the documents, making sure you're approved by HIPAA, all of that. So it's just you're owning your business, making it easier online. And we use these tools. We use these almost every day. We always using Facebook. We are using YouTube. We're always watching videos. And why not use it to create an income at the same time? Why we don't use these tools? They are we using always to create they have a benefit for ourselves and our family. So why not? So
Yeah. And the other thing is like our system is already established for so many years. So it has, we know it works because, like it's being tested for so many years, for a lot of people, which already having success. So yeah, so we have all the tools that we need. We have all the training that we require. We have all the support from the community that we have, from mentors and coach. So we have everything to our reach. It's just putting our part, like our being consistent, having that mindset, to keep moving forward, and to reach that goal. So yeah, um it's it's very important, important to have that independence, to be able to search and go for what we want, to do our business, and continue, like learning and growing, like for example, like Isabel was saying, like yeah, it's very important. Okay, so the last point, empathy. So this is yeah, we touched a little bit of this. Empathy, like we gotta understand sometimes, why our family say what they say, because they are concerned with us, they love us, and they just want the best for us, so uh, to understand their point of view, and make them, like reassure, like it's going to be okay, like I understand, your concerns, but it's going to be okay, like be um to have empathy towards what they're saying, and understand what their point of view, and their concerns. So yeah, that's very important when dealing, with their family rejection, what they're expressing, towards us.
so listen to them. They're coming from a place of love. They're telling you what they're scared of, or that's probably what you are scared of too. So just listen to them. Because family rejection and it's gonna be hard. Just listen to them, but that will not stop you to keep succeeding. Uh, how you demonstrate empathy. Yeah, I would say I listen to them and explain them. Have that conversation. Explain them what are you doing this for? What this business is offering you, and then you will have that support. And that understanding that we're looking for on the family and on the rejection of the family. About your business. So yeah, empathy is something that you show them that yes, I understand. I know where you're coming from. I I have that same fear, but I believe on this business. So show empathy. That doesn't mean if your mom or your partner say no, don't do that business. That thing online is so bad. Sorry for the acting. Telling you that maybe this will not work for you, and that's okay. Listen to them and then show them, okay, I understand what you're saying, but here, sit with me, let me show you. This person is doing the business for 6 months, 3 years, 5 years. Look at this testimony. Let me show you their testimony. Let me show you what they're doing for the community. Let me show you what they have shy for this time. And I think that we can do this and even more. Show them. Because when you register on any of the links that you will see later on, we send you emails and we give you your personalized link to assist to the 90 minutes free webinar. But we also say, okay, you are interested in the business. Let me get you to my Facebook group. Like we get you to our private Facebook group, and you can look around. We're open about it. You can look around, look at the people, look what they're making or whatever they're be able to do with the business. And you can learn, and you can show your family too. Because you're in the beginning, you're new, you don't know what's going on. You can show them because they're having the same fear than you. So listen to them, but believe on yourself. Believe in what are you doing this business. Believe on your goals and why you choose this business specific. So yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just having a positive and a caring environment with the family, letting them know that, yes, I'm listening to you. I understand your fears. But also letting them know that this is why I'm doing it. This is what I want to achieve in time. And this is what our life could be, because we're doing this to have a better quality life, to have time freedom, and to have financial freedom with this business. So it's very important that they know it, and that they understand, and that we're listening to them, and that we're showing them that we care about their opinion. But at the same time, they have to be understanding as well, and they have to know that you're doing this for a reason, and that you believe in yourself, and you believe in this business, and that you think that with time you're going to be able to provide for the family by doing this business, without having to worry to go to work every day, to go in for your 9 to 5, that you will be able to do this business full time, and that you'll be able to take care at the same time. So yes, it's just about the tone that you're using. You got to be careful, and you have to show that you really care, that you care about them, but you also care about
Like you.
what you
Yeah.
believe, in what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a comment from Miriam Garcia. Hello, ladies, watching from Chicago. Hi,
Hola,
Miriam.
Miriam.
Okay, so we have arrived to the end of
So
our live.
fast.
Well, it looks so fast, but it's 1 hour 60. Okay, so yeah, so the topic was how do I deal with family rejection of my business? So, doing a quick recap, we talk about communication, why communication is important when it comes to that, and good, positive, and understanding communication, the support that we requires, from family, uh, friends, and community, that sometimes we get, sometimes we don't get from, like from family and friends, but we have the community support, understanding both parties, and family, friends, ourselves, like they are able to be able to understand us, like why we're doing it. Setting boundaries, like setting boundaries to make sure, we don't neglect anybody, and we also don't neglect, like all self-love, self-care, because we also need that to in order to be able to succeed, because otherwise we're gonna get burned out, and then by being burned out we're not gonna do anything. So yeah, so you need to have a me time too. Resilience, so resilience against, like all the rejections that we get, in our business, or the downside sometimes we also get, be able to overcome that, and have that positive, strong mindset, to keep going forward. Persistent again is kind of like related to that, be consistent, and pursuing, like what we're doing, not letting anything stop us, always remember, like our why, and understanding, like why we're doing this. Acceptance, what accept that not everyone understands us, like accept that, like even though, like they don't understand us, we have to keep going forward, like don't let those things, stop us from what we want to do. Independence, showing, like that we can be independent and doing this business, like we have all the tools that we need to do it, like it's us, have that strong mindset to pursuing and reach our goals, so and family will start seeing, like the growth from you, like from where you started the business until where you are right now. You're a different type of person. You are confident, you are able to speak your mind, like before you couldn't say that, before you were like accepting what everyone was telling you. Now you have a voice, you know and empathy, understand their point of view, where they're coming from, like, and care, like they're carrying their love towards us, but at the same time, like, make them understand that you understand their concern, but this is what you want to do. And sometimes it's hard for parents, it's the same thing, like when, for example, like the kids, like they're with their parents, and eventually it gets time where they need to move on from their life, from the house, because they gotta go study, they gotta start their own life, it's hard, but it's part of the journey, so understanding, have that empathy, like understand both parties, so yeah, so that's what we talked today. I hope you it was very informative for you, and like you understand uh how, like how this works. And it's not an easy path, being a business owner, like it requires a lot of strong mindset, resilience, persistence, all that. Uh, but it is feasible, um, and
Mhm.
especially, all the tools that we have. So if you guys want to follow us, we have our pages on the screen on the top. So for each one of us, so you can follow us in there to learn more about the business, like our posting, get to know us. We also have our website, just on the screen.
Yes.
So you can register on the website to learn more about the business, and you will receive an invitation to our 90 minutes free webinar that happens live every Tuesday and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. And if you're not able to assist the live at that time, that's not a problem. We can send you the replay link so you can watch the replay of that live. Also, if you don't speak English, for example, or your English not that strong, that's not a problem. Like, our replays will have subtitles in any language, so you're welcome to pick the subtitle that it applies to your language, and then you can watch the webinar. We also send you an invitation to our free private group, where you get to see more members of our communities, and their success, their stories, and you get to know a little bit more information about the business. So I hope you guys enjoy our live today. So we want to thank those viewers that watched our live today, and for those watching the replay. Until next time, to our next episode for the Global Digital Success Talk. See you next time. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching.